The Legend of Bigfoot is a 1976 pseudo-documentary about one man's quest to verify the existence of the North American myth that is Bigfoot. This film was directed by Harry Weiner, but the true auteur of this project is its narrator, Ivan Marx, and his story about how he came to pursue the creature. Bigfoot and similar brethren such as Sasquatch, Yeti, Yowie, and Pendak are among the most pursued creatures in cryptozoology, that study of animals that have yet to be conclusively proven to exist. The quest to prove Bigfoot's existence got a big boost in 1967, when Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin presented footage filmed in Northern California that purportedly proved the existence of a living Bigfoot. Their film indisputably contributed to a national fascination that's never really gone away. But what really made the 70s the Bigfoot decade was 1972's The Legend of Boggy Creek, about the search for a mythical hominid in the Arkansas swamps. That movie ended up one of 1972's highest-grossing films, jump-starting the brief Sasquatchploitation craze, where any patch of woods might be hiding some missing link. By the way, The Legend of Bigfoot often gets mixed up with 1975's Sasquatch, The Legend of Bigfoot, a docudrama about a team of researchers tracking their quarry through the forest of British Columbia. If the movie you're watching has at least 3 people sharing the screen, you're probably watching the other movie. This movie only has one man on the hunt, Ivan Marx. As his story begins, he establishes himself as an outdoorsman, living and working on that edge where nature and man's domain meet, and we see his dealings with those creatures who cross that line. A series of jobs across the country lead him to an unanticipated connection, an animal he's never seen before. And then he sees one. He spends the rest of the movie traveling the length of North America in search of proof that will convince the rest of the world that the myth is real. There's 3 ways to watch this movie: as a documentary, as a cinematic work, and as evidence of Bigfoot's existence. Which way is best? Well, Legend of Bigfoot wants you to treat it like a nature documentary, which is very different from your talking head documentaries. No interviews, no gotcha moments. Instead, there's a lot of talking over shots of nature, like Marlin Perkins and early National Geographic, or a relative talking you through a pile of vacation photos. It's very calm, very respectful, like a lazy nature hike. Maybe one of the least dramatic Bigfoot documentaries out there. If you're looking for on-screen attacks by apex predators, this movie will put you to sleep. Content-wise, this is almost a family film. Depends on how you feel about game hunting. But the cinematography shows quite a bit of beautiful scenery and includes lots of footage of other denizens of the forest. That's in service of a secondary message of the film, about the need to preserve the habitats for those creatures that we never see but that exist alongside us, whether they're ducks or rabbits or 8-foot cryptids. Marx's vocal delivery sounds a lot like the narrator for A Christmas Story, which can be distracting.
The domed head, the large footprints, and the glowing red eyes.
Although Marx is primarily responsible for the footage of the film, the credited director is Harry Weiner, who would go on to direct not documentaries, but TV programs and movies like 1986's Space Camp, and the Jamie Lee Curtis film House Arrest. But the burden of proof is on the film's narrator and principal creator, Ivan Marx. He became a prominent member of the Bigfoot research community with his discovery of the Cripplefoot tracks in 1969. He attempted to sell his own footage of the creature in 1970, but his footage was discredited, and so was he. The Legend of Bigfoot was his own attempt to present his evidence on his terms. And not his only attempt. He would make 2 more documentaries in his lifetime, and apparently he would direct a fictional film of his own in 1978. So, does the evidence stand up? Well, the Bigfoot sightings start at minute 16, minute 25, and the climactic big feet scene at minute 67. I don't think the footage will change anybody's mind. For one thing, the Bigfoot we first see doesn't quite match the description Marx deduces from tracks he sees early in the film.
And the stride was enormous, 52 inches in length.
On the other hand, there is more than one Bigfoot in the film. The filmmakers embrace the doubt they expect the audience to have, to get the audience on their side. Legend of Bigfoot isn't some Blair Witch type horror story in the woods. If anything, it's as old-fashioned of a nature documentary as you can get, and so ready for riffing. It's not an exciting film, but it's more interested in selling a myth than telling a hair-raising tale. And while it's not the holy grail for Bigfoot believers, this film knows what it has to offer. As much as Marx tells us he's searching for indisputable proof, this film is satisfied to offer a shadow of a doubt.